Today's topic is, do you pre-sell? Everybody in the room, well, what do you mean by pre-sell? You mean like, am I calling up people and going, hey, my name is Marcy Jones. I want to thank you for joining my list. I've got a lot of great recommendations for you, and the only reason I'm recommending them to you is because they have helped me significantly build my own business, not only with advertising, but also with affiliate commissions. Technically, yes, that is pre-selling, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is in your regular everyday promotions. Splash pages, your squeeze pages, your banners, your texts, your emails, the things you do to reach out to other people to put your recommendations in front of them. All those things. So here's my one question. Are you talking about what you love? Wait, what? I thought we were talking about pre-selling. We are. But one of the things that I've told you guys repeatedly, is that when you're choosing a product or a site to promote, the easiest thing to do is talk about something that you love. And I'm not saying that the kind of love where you want to run off and marry it, but the kind of love where it gives me results and pays for itself, whether it's in affiliate commissions or in commissions that I make promoting other products on that site. What do I love about this site? Well, I love this. Well, why do you love it? Well, because it gives me lots of money and lots of freedom and lots of results. All right, so did you say that in your ad? What? Why would I say that in my ad? Well, why not? Those 3 lines right there, pre-sold all the people who just saw it, or at least swayed them a little bit to go, all right, well, they really love that. I could tell, because you could see it. You can either see it in the page, you can see it in the way they wrote, however they put it down. But when you're talking about something that you love, what ends up happening is you end up telling a story or an anecdote, however you want to phrase it. Ooh, it's starting to rain. Ooh, got distracted. Why? Because most people relate better to ads when they're a story. And the story is your pre-sell. It sets the mood. What do you mean sets the mood? Well, you're trying to get romantic with your girl, your guy, you dim the lights, you make a nice meal, you make it all nice and romantic atmosphere, right? Right. Well, same thing with your buyers. You want a buyer's atmosphere. Well, how in the world do I create a buyer's atmosphere? You bought it, right? You, the person who's promoting this thing. You bought it, right? Yes? Woo! Now, how did you feel when you got the results after you bought it? I loved it. It was great. I had so many new signups. Okay. There's your whole ad right there. And you don't even have to make it a long-winded email. You don't have to make it a lengthy splash page. You just right there. So when you talk, yes, set the mood, get your buyers into a buying frenzy. Are you kidding me right now? No. I like email advertising. This is probably where most of my topic is going to go lean through, but you can still apply this to however you're comfortable advertising and marketing. Like if you're doing YouTube videos and whatnot. If you're talking about something that you love on video, your audience can see it. Your whole face changes. You're like, oh my God, unless you're a really good actor, I can change my face whenever I want. See? Oh, but I'm a jokester, so that's kind of my thing. But in emails, when I send out to my list, I have a different tone. Why? Because it's a more personal, intimate tone. Ooh, why? Because I know you well. I say know you, but you You probably know more about me than I know about you, to the people who are subscribed on my list. Why? Because they've read my emails. They've read the stories that I've shared with them. The stories about the things I love. And anybody who reads these emails and continues to read the stories in them knows, well, not only does she love these sites because they get results and whatnot, but she loves making money, because that's why she's looking for results. That's why she's looking for affiliate commissions, because she likes making money. She really loves making money. I wanna know more about what she's doing. Oh, you did a video. How did it go? Completely cut through the webinar, but I like to hear how things like that went. When you mention emails, are you referring to the emails you sent to you? All right. So the one I was just talking about is the one that you send out to your list. It's more personal, it's more intimate, because they know you. They've agreed to read your emails. You're not just sending it out to a safe list that doesn't know you from Adam. The people who are your subscribers, they are your family, extended family, shall we say? Let's put it that way. So even though you may not know them, or you only know them passingly, depending on the stories that you've told them and put in front of them in your emails, that's how much they know about you. Yeah, digital family. That's exactly right. Because we care for each other just like a digital family, like a real family. But the emails that you send out to safe list mailers, where you don't have that personal connection with your audience, if you're talking about something you love, right, it's gonna build up, and it's actually gonna pre-sell for you, because you're relating your story, and that tone, that emotion comes through when you're writing. Not everybody writes like that, we'll say that, but even for people who are not, I hate writing. Listen, if you just scroll down something because you were like, oh my God, I have to tell so-and-so about this. Well, how would you tell so-and-so about this? I joined this site, I was very skeptical, but oh my God, the results have me blown away. That's all I gotta say, go check it out. And, and if anybody who doesn't, if that's just to somebody that you know, then that's more than enough, because you're probably not going to recommend them to something that they're not going to be able to use, or they won't find interesting. Case in point, if I'm on Facebook, happens once a year, and I see a post that reminds me so much of someone, I send it to them. Oh, saw this and thought of you. Depending on what the content is, you would not send the same thing to someone else, unless it was generic content, or what's the word I'm looking for? Non-inflammatory, I guess is the best way to put that. It's user friendly. It's PG-13. No, wait, that's probably too risque. PG. If it's kittens and inspirational, you can send it to everybody. If it's smarty pants with some double entendres, well, you're going to be a little bit more careful who you send that to. But that's the difference, right? That's the difference between sending to your list and sending out to mailers. But in mailers, I find that being vague is helpful. What do you mean being vague is helpful? It goes counterintuitive to everything that I'm an informed consumer. I want to know everything. But an ad isn't supposed to tell you everything. That's not the job of an ad. And as an advertiser, you need to be aware of that. Your job as an advertiser is to create ads that get people to come to the site, whatever the site is, whatever the product is. That ad does your pre-selling. That gets them in the buying atmosphere, right? So sometimes people are like, they use the limited time only, which is sometimes true. And if it's true, it actually works pretty well. Unfortunately, because it's been overused and misused, limited time only, 3 years later, it's still available at the same price. And still probably next year. But in regards to getting people to the sales page, your job as an advertiser is to construct an ad, whatever the format is, that it triggers an emotional response in your audience so that they want what you have. Right? It's the easiest feeling in the world to make somebody want what you have. You just have to gush about it. You just have to say how much you love it and why you love it and all those good things. Well, you know what's really funny? Creative emails. So I've been doing some experimentation over the past years. And when I create an email for a site as an admin for my affiliates to use, the evolution from the original email to what I use now is quite startling. The originals are a little longer because they provide a little bit more information. They're less teaser and more info. And as years have progressed and I've tweaked and changed my advertising in order to get better results, I have found, to my chagrin, I hate it. I really do. It's appalling to me that the shorter my email ad is, the simpler the words in my email ad are, the better results I get. But we're not here to write books. We're not here to write manifestos or publish a thesis. We're here to make money. We are here to drive people to the sales page where they use all the pretty words. Our ads need to be straight and to the point. When we talk about email advertising in here, I always highlight that realistically speaking, you got the subject line, which is the first chance to get their attention. Open the email. Then the inside in the email body, 3 paragraphs, no more than 3 lines each. And I'm not talking like all across the page. I'm talking 50 characters. 50 characters is what is acceptable for eye strain while reading on a computer screen. The longer your reader has to go across the screen, the less likely they are to read that email. The longer your email is, the less likely they will read the whole thing. And I will tell you, in all honesty, when I open those promotional emails from Safe Lists, and I have to scroll for like 15 to 10 seconds just to get to the bottom of the email so I can get to the credit link, I don't read them out of spite, and I'm such a jerk. I'm probably missing out on a lot of great opportunities with that. But if I wanted to read a book, I'd read a book. All I want to do here is get the gist of your email and get to the good stuff, because I got stuff to do too. I have a life. I'm sorry. I'm not a dedicated audience. But that's the other part of what you have to keep in mind too. You don't have a dedicated audience either. Everybody's doing this in their spare time. Everybody's doing and seeing your ads while they're generating their own traffic, while they're promoting their business. So your job is to grab their eyeballs and go, hey, I got something here. It's awesome. And you're going to love it. And then the automatic question, why? Because this works. That's a really good ad. That's a really good splash page ad. Why? Because it's simple. And it's got enough that you're like, okay, maybe I should click on it. Wonder what they're talking about. Should I? Okay, I'll do it. The topic is pre-selling. making your customers want to buy stuff before they get to the sales page. So by the time they get to the sales page for whatever product you're promoting, all they really want to do is scroll to the bottom and go, how much is it and where can I buy it? Just give me the buy button. I'll be brutally honest, I've been in that state before. But the only time I ever get that way is when I get an email from a trusted source, i.e. somebody that I've subscribed to and I've done business with over the past 14 years. Oh my God. Time flies when you're having fun. And I know they upgraded and they sent me an email and said, yeah, I took this upgrade. I got this, and this, and so far, here's my results. Oh, dang, I want some of that too. So by the time I click on that link, right, I'm not even really looking to see all that's included. Like, I'm doing a quick skim just to make sure that it's one I want. But I'm looking for the price. I'm looking for the buy button. I get to the bottom and I'm like, buy it! I want it! Yes! That's all mine. But I actually learned a very interesting lesson from a very unlikely source. And the lesson was this. If you want to inspire that kind of feeling in your audience, in your visitors, in your potential prospects, you have to know what it feels like to be sold. What? I think that was my actual question. What? What do you mean actually sold? He goes, well, here's your issue, right? So you're a bit of a skeptical and cynical advertiser. What, me? Yes. Yes, I am. Especially when I got a little tight budget back in the day. Because I'm going to tell you the secret. Because you are so resistant to the ads and the upsells and the sales pages that you're seeing because you do not have the money to purchase them, you're missing that part of the experience. So you have no idea what gets people to that point because you haven't gotten there yet. Like, huh, you sure about that? Oh, I'm positive. All right. Okay, so I took their advice, but I had some extra spending cash to put back into my business. I joined a site I'd been looking at for a while, but I wanted to be an upgraded member, so I joined, and I allowed myself to be sold. I went through the whole process. And since then, I have a better understanding for how that works, the whole selling process and getting people to, from lead and prospect to affiliate and sale. Well, what happens in the middle? Well, it's pre-selling. It's how do you get them in a frenzy to buy? How do you get them to just talk about what you love? Really? Is it that simple? Yes. I promise you, I really don't try to steer you wrong. I really try to give you the absolute truth and put it in the most simplest form because there's lots of complicated things online. There's color, there's font, there's background images, subliminal messages, meaning blah, 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 blah. There's all that stuff. But we're not getting into that because we're not teaching college here. But when it comes to creating your ads and getting people to get in that buying frenzy, the only way that you're going to get them there is by infecting them with your own emotion. Sounds so dirty. But I'm being brutally honest. If you write an email about a site that you are indifferent about, and it's just a totally generic blah email, and you just wrote it just to put something together new and try it out, I guarantee you that thing is going to flop. Yeah, you might get a few signups. 1 or 2 of the 4 or 5 you got may buy something. But they feel that indifference. So even if your delivery on the ad falls flat, some ads will still work. But if you're talking about something that you love, speaking from personal experience, oh, I joined this site 5 days ago, and because of the advertising I put up on this site, I've grown my list by 150 new subscribers. Wouldn't you love to talk about that? Who wouldn't? Oh my God, I got 150 new subscribers over the past week, and they all came from here. If you're going to spend money anywhere this year, make sure you spend it here. Everybody in the room went, where? I want some. I want some too. I don't know. I'll let you know if I find it. Too tiny, too small, but some mailers give options. Yes. In regards to the ones, all right, so that's one of the arguments that we've talked about with email advertising. Is plain text advertising better, or is HTML advertising, email advertising better? Depending on how the mailer has set things up. The safest way to make sure that the emails you're sending out don't get flagged for spam is to have a text, just straight up text. Why? Because images cause a lot of spam filters and triggers them, among other things. But if you're going to use an HTML ad, don't use images. Well, you can if you want to. I personally don't, for the reason that I just stated. in my admin email ads, I don't even, the only images that you see in my admin emails are the headers for the site, but they're not actually in there for you. They're in there for me, so I could see who opens up the emails, how many people opened up which particular email for which day, because hey, that's what it's tracking for. But if you are, don't indiscriminately like go, oh, bold this, red that, green this. No. Pick out the most important parts if you choose to bold anything. If you capitalize something, fine. Don't bold in italics. Well, why? It's really, really important. Yes, it's also overkill. I'm just telling you what I was told. But if you set it up that way and you look at it and you see how it looks with the rest of the email, it doesn't, well, it stands out. Well, it's supposed to stand out, yeah, but not that way. It stands out like a sore thumb instead of standing out like a hot, sexy girl in the corner. Ooh, that's racist. Ooh, sexist? I don't know. It's probably going to get me in trouble somewhere. Not even a banner? Now that's different. If you're doing admin stuff, like if you're giving cross promotion stuff to the people who are members of your site, that's different. You can put banners. Sorry, it is scorchingly hot here. You can put banners in the emails and stuff. I'm just speaking for your subscriber emails, like your personal list. It's better for your deliverability if you don't. And as for mailers and safe lists, I know Stefan Burke always puts one of his big banners into his mailings for the lead magnet. However, one of the things that I've split test, and I find that what ends up happening is people end up clicking on the banner and then it doesn't work because there's no link in there. Because why? because I want to make sure that the people are using the credit link so I can see how many people are actually clicking from this mailer. How about that? But yeah, in regards to keeping your members up to date as to what your site is doing with cross-promotional stuff, I don't see that being an issue. Just in regular everyday promotional outside your extended digital family. Talking to strangers again. Better be sure you're not telling them your secrets. Turn on the AC. Well, the AC's on out there, but if I go on out there, all you hear is and it's so hot here that if I turn that off for longer than 20 minutes, everything will be stifling again. So I'm in my office for your convenience so that you can hear me. Plus, I thought I'd, take a sweat bath. It'll be fun. Let's see. But for those of you who are like, well, I'm crap at selling. Well, how do you sell? I don't sell. I'm the worst salesperson ever. Pre-selling, now that's different. I tell stories. I always tell stories. And my preferred method of advertising is email advertising, because I'm a writer. I'm long-winded. This is where long-winded is okay. I thought you were talking all trash about long-winded emails. I was. Promotional emails for a mailer or safe list. To strangers. To the people who are on my list, hey, if I get a little bit wordy, that's usually because there's a story involved. And there's a lesson in the story. Sometimes it's just a story. And then the lesson's in the story. And sometimes the story is the ad. What do you mean? Well, refer to example, I got 150 new subscribers using this site. The story is the ad. But I'm gonna open this up and let you guys ask any questions you may have, because there's a lot of different ways to advertise. There's lots of different promotional tools that you can use. You can, if you have a blog, I will tell you that the two different types of sites that are blogs that get the best traffic from search engines and get the best results from the people visiting them are the sites that have real reviews of sites and products. And by real reviews, I mean not every review is, oh, this site is awesome, you need to join. Like, realistically breaking down so that your reader can see what's inside each site. Oh, well, I joined at this, I paid for that, I did this, I got these new subscribers. From these subscribers, I've gotten 7 new affiliates, 2 new sales from those affiliates. However, I don't like this, realistic, because for all the things I love about some sites, there are some things I'm just like, why? Why? I don't like them. I'm not one bit. But I don't talk about the things I don't like because I don't find that it's good advertising for my purpose. I'd like to stick to the positives because you get out what you put in, right? So if you run reviews and you have a lot of negativity going on in there, you're going to catch negativity back, because there are people who are going to be like, oh my God, I don't know what you're talking about. So-and-so is amazing. They have an awesome site, da-da-da-da-da. Well, I wasn't talking about the owner. I was talking about this in particular. And then it becomes a battle, because a lot of people type stuff before they actually think about what it sounds like. I find that happening more and more often. But the other one is stories, right? Tales of my affiliate adventures. Ooh, that's a good blog title. And then, you could talk about your experiences, your stories. So today I got up expecting to have a regular, normal day and found out that one of the news sites I joined was a super powerhouse for results. Blah, 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 yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then, see, this is where you determine whether you want to be a lazy marketer or you want to be an active marketer. You can do it either way. However, the active marketer will make more money just because they're more active. So this is where you plug the link if you're the lazy. You don't plug the link if you're the active. What do you mean you don't plug the link? You're supposed to. No. Ask them for either their email address or contact me if you want to know what this is. Because I guarantee you, the people who reach out to contact you, they are interested. I'm not going to reach out and contact somebody if I'm not interested. So the story did the pre-selling. So now everybody who's contacting me to know more, now is my chance to be the salesperson. Sorry, really don't like being a salesperson. I will do it for my members, but I don't really like doing it at all for myself. I'm like, oh, if you don't want that, that's fine. Now, I look and see, oh, you're somebody else. Oh, well, this is the best package, da 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 da, yada 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 yada. Salesperson. Okay, great. Let me know if you need anything. Because I guess I'm a lazy marketer when it comes to myself, but I'm an active marketer when it comes to my members. Especially if it means the difference between them not getting a commission is all in my hands, right? Right? So, in regards to, I see mails with symbols in this and they help catch. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I do not know. To tell you the truth, they kind of annoy me. And it's not because they're different, it's just because they're getting overused. And it's like, oh great, it's an attention grabber, but to be brutally honest, your email is just like the last 250 emails I just perused. I'm sorry, I don't even remember your name or what you were promoting because it all blended in. But I remember that one about the girl who fell off her canoe, landed in the river, but she had gotten her phone sealed by such and so a company the day before. So that email did its job. And yeah, I probably would call and get my phone sealed so that it wouldn't be susceptible to water anymore. And depending on how much it was, I might actually do it. There's one site where you can go get them. Oh, emoji copy. Good job. Brian to the rescue. Brian's always got the good inside stuff when it comes to links and where to find information and where to find stuff. Honestly, if I don't know, I just Google it. And then I go through all the results and see which ones apply. Because all the things that I Google are just complicated. They're very complicated. It's usually SQL or database stuff. Just Google, emoji, copy, and paste. Hey. But then here's the question, right? Does that work on every mailer, or will it fudge up and screw up your subject line? That's another interesting one. Yeah, exactly. That's why I just steer away from the things where you're not sure what it's going to do with a particular mailer. Putting decorations in the subject line is a very good way to get attention, but it's also a very good way to get your emails not delivered, or delivered in a manner which they are not at their appearance best. Like when people copy and paste HTML code into a mailer that can send HTML, but they pasted it in the front part and they didn't click on the little HTML button and paste it in that way. So when they send out their email and it finally gets to me, I get to see their email with all the breaks, the tags, and the whatnot. And I'm just like, I'm so distracted by the format of the email that I'm like, oh, that's wrong. Click. I still get my credits, but the appearance matters. You know, it's the little things. Well, not everybody's as judgmental as you, Marcy. I know. But these are things that I share because I don't want you guys to feel alone if this is how you feel too. But I will tell you, if I feel this way about the appearance of an ad or the delivery or whatever's going on, if I feel this way, I know there's got to be at least one or two other people who feel this way too. So when I look at an ad and I see something that's wrong, I make a note. Make sure your ads don't look like this. Who's going to take you seriously if you can't even send out an ad in HTML and have it look proper? Let's see. I use text too. The only thing that I will do with an HTML editor, some of them only allow the bolding or the headings, blah, blah. I bold, like I'll bold my PS and the super important part in it. And if I have the chance to set the font and the font size, I make it Tahoma because it's easier for people to read. Sans serif font means it doesn't have the little squiggly things off of it, like the T's, the R's, the D's. They're just nice, clean characters. And I set it to 12 or 14 because points, not pixels, points, because that is standard reading size. That's what our eyes are used to seeing. So the more that I can conform my email ad to what the eye is used to seeing, the better off I have getting them to actually continue reading it and get the message. So that way when they click on the link, they're pre-sold. But that's why I also like to use splash pages too with emails in mailers and safe lists, not on my own list. I always send them to the index page when I'm sending to my own list because I already have their attention and I know I have their attention. So I'm just skipping all the extras because obviously if they opened up my email, they read it. However, when it's just for credits, then I use my splash page to go with the email. Because in case they just clicked on the link and deleted the email, I have one more chance to get their attention and pre-sell them before they move on. No, don't ever use the word cash. Just drop it from your vocabulary. Cash does not exist. I like using the word bucks or dollars. You just spell out the word dollars. Moolah, dough. You know, you can use lots of slang words if you choose to. Free is another spammy word, but here's the other thing with free, right? So everybody wants to make money here, but not everybody can spend money. Fine, great. But if I'm sending out an email at anywhere, whether it's to my list or to my mailers and safe lists, I'm not talking about free anywhere. Why? Because free's awesome, but free doesn't pay the bills. And to be brutally honest, I'm promoting this program because I wish to make money or get more traffic. That's the main reason why I'm promoting this program. I'm an affiliate. It's my job. That's my ulterior motive. But when it comes to free, if you even go in the direction of It's okay if you don't have the money right now, right? That's not pre-selling. That's begging people, please, please join me. I'm desperate. I know those are harsh words, but it's the truth. And I know this. Why? Because I was there. I was that desperate person. Oh my God, it's free to join. Please just join with me. I want referrals. I want to know I could do this stupid thing. Then I graduated when I stopped talking about free and I didn't sound so desperate. And actually I started talking about the things I loved because I was making money. I love Traffic Splash because not only am I getting torrents of targeted traffic, but I'm getting tons of splashy dough. I think at the time, I think it was splashy cash. But cash wasn't as blacklisted back then as it is now. But when you talk about buying one-time offers, when you talk about the things that you're enjoying as an upgraded member, I don't hear free anywhere in there. That's where you're pre-selling. If you're talking about you can join free, well, you're not selling crap. Sorry to put it that way. You're just hoping that people follow and join underneath you. I love referrals. Referrals are amazing. But I'm not talking free anywhere when I'm talking in my promotions. I'm talking about PS. Don't miss that OTO if you want to enjoy all the same benefits that I just shared. And then, it's kind of implied that, if you can't, you can still join free. Because it's written right on the site, usually. So take free out of your vocabulary. Free is gone. Let's see. Yeah, percent too. You gotta spell out percent. $signs. And unfortunately, any link that you put into a regular mailer these days, because spam laws and filters and triggers have just gotten absolutely out of hand and ridiculous, especially for advertisers. If you include a link in your email, it is better to use a tracked link. Obviously, I'm not going to tell the people who are sending out to their list, don't put a link in your email. That's ridiculous. Oh, well, how am I supposed to promote the site if I can't put a link in my email? Well, if you use a tracker, it changes what's seen on the link. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. Because most of the sites that you are going to be advertising and promoting have spam trigger words in the domain name. Hey, Ad Exchange Marketer, Ad and Marketer are actually both quasi flagged because it's indicative of affiliate marketing, and more mail providers are getting a bit militant about what gets through and what doesn't. But in regards to sending out and making sure that your emails get delivered, if you use a tracker, then the domain name of whatever site you're promoting won't contain a spam trigger word. So if you have to put a link in your emails, that is the best way to do it, so that way they're getting delivered. If you're sending out to a mailer, some of them won't allow you to. I know mine don't. And that's because of that reason. And I really don't even allow the short code for credit link in there. Why not? Because it's an additional link inside an email. And the more links you have inside of an email, the more spammy your email looks. So there's So many things I've learned over the past couple years that I had no idea I was going to learn. Won't sites do the best tracking? You mean going into the sent email messages and seeing how many people actually clicked on your emails? Yes, that will give you an accurate read. However, depending on how many mailers you belong to, that's a very, 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 very time-consuming process. Very time-consuming. I think it would take me all day to do that. I mean, if it's keeping track of which mailers are working and which ones aren't, Viral Mail Profits is what I use. I keep track of where the active mailers are, where the active members and which mailers are by keeping track with Viral Mail Profits and Hits Connect. It's gotten tough on unused links and dead sites. Yeah. There's still lots of changes coming that are being implemented over a longer period of time. But basically, I really hate to say this, but if your ad sounds like an ad, it's probably not getting delivered. Which is ridiculous because we're advertisers. But, you know, you can thank all the spammers and all the people who just like bulk send every single email address they bought off black web. Black market and dark web. But anyway, I tell stories. Stories are great. You're speaking from personal experience. It helps people identify with you as a person. So you go from being an anonymous person who's shoving an ad in my face to a real person who I can relate to and identify with. And now, ooh, you know what? I felt that way, and I want to feel better too. I want some of that. I think South Park did it the best when they were talking trash about ads. The one little girl was an ad. Because she would respond with all these conversations and stories that were actually recommendations for sites or stores and products. I was like, yep, I know all about that. But I've had so many ads that I thought were great ads. I put them together and then like I look at the spam score and I'm like, oh, no wonder it's a great ad because I can't send it because freedom of speech no longer exists. Oh, that's not true. You can say whatever you want. It's just a matter of whether or not it will be delivered and who will see the message. If you're using Viral Mail Profits, when you put your email into the templates section, it gives you your spam score for that email. And if your spam score is higher than, is it 2 or 3, Brian? I think it's 3? 2. Oh, so they lowered it. No, it's been a 2. Stop that. But in regards to seeing whether or not you have a high spam score for your emails, Viral Mail Profits is the tool for that. However, the only thing it doesn't do is tell you which words are the spam trigger. So basically, if you have a really good ad in your head and it's not a story, it's probably spam. And you can't use it. Unless it's a video. Then you can pretty much do whatever kind of ad you want because it's a video. If you post it on YouTube and get lots of traffic, well, hey. Viral Mail Profits has changed in a couple ways, but you can still, it's still useful for the way that I need to use it, because one of the things that I had to get under control was time management, because I love my job, but I really don't want to spend 10 10 to 12 hours a day clicking on ads. I'm sorry, I love you guys and I love looking at your ads, but I have a life too. I still have to cook, I still have to clean, I still have to go do other things with myself. But if I don't know where it's a waste of time for me to generate traffic by clicking, because I don't keep track, let's say I spend a half an hour every day generating enough hits, credits at mailer X to send out every day. And I only get, let's say, I can only mail out to 1,000 people, right? And from that 1,000 that I sent out, only 2 or 3 people are actually opening that. As far as I'm concerned, that's a colossal waste of 30 minutes every single day. As opposed to now I've taken this side off the clicking list. Yeah, if I have some spare time and I get bored, I'll go click there. But I'm focusing on the places where, let's say I can only mail 1,000 at mailer Y, but I'm getting 150 to 200 active clicks and signups. Well, I could tell you, I'm not wasting my time and energy where I'm not getting results. And when you use Viral Mail Profits, you can see which of the mailers is still active in the membership of people who are actually opening up your ads and looking at them and clicking through. Well, mine tell you the banned words that are on there. Well, they're spam, but yeah. Yes, I will. But I'm sure VMP was it's got lots of moving parts. Lots and lots of moving parts. All right, so it's 12:52 and we've been up and down and over and around, and pre-selling, the best way to pre-sell is to tell a story, right? Any kind of story in any kind of format. But if you're using banners or text ads, brevity is key. Curiosity is key. Brief, curious. Brief and curious. Same thing with banner ads. Like here's a good one. So I put together a whole bunch of banner ads for Jones Fritz Marketing. From the original ones that I put together, the best performing one is the static one that just says Jones Fritz Marketing. Doesn't flash, doesn't change, doesn't do anything, just that. The only other one that is performing as well as that one is the no PayPal, no problem. But that's more because it's targeted towards a specific audience. So, yes. All right. Just trying to get a little breeze going in here. Fortunately, all I do is blow hot air. If it's so hot, why are you drinking coffee? It's iced coffee. Gotcha. All right. So, I need to get you guys the extras, the goodies. I know. I will say it's rather not as exciting as when Mark is here, because Mark always has zingers. Zingers! Always have to kind of like close my mouth over my comment because I'm like, what? Oh, are you kidding me? I've lived in Seattle. I think it was sunny for like 3 days the whole 6 months I lived there. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. It's just so rainy. Let's see. I just had a random fact popped into my head, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of morbid. Let's skip that. Marcy? Morbid? Never. That never happens. As everybody who knows me just chuckled. Are you sure? All right, there's your good stuff.
And there's the promo code for them. Hello, everybody. Welcome to July. I'll be around. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, Maria was here again. Maria looked like she was from Romania, and she left again. One of these days, she's going to stay in here and get a prize. But she's left again. Fernando's here. Fernbon. Welcome, Fernando. Glad to see you can make it. And I've gone into your account and made sure that you're on the temporary gold upgrade at Affiliate Funnel. So, until you get a payment processor in there, you're going to be a gold upgrade for free. Woo-hoo-hoo. And hopefully, we'll have a processor in there before long. Waiting and hoping, waiting and hoping. Things move slow sometimes for some things. Okie dokie. So that was Fernando. First time here. Got that taken care of? Okay, on to sweepstakes winners. Ooh, sweepstakes winners. Okay, got a few of them. Okay, Fernando, I'm also going to give you the sweepstakes prize, Fernando, for showing up here. But otherwise, these sweepstakes winners are, catch my breath, got a lot to read off here, Bridget, Fran, Cheryl, and Ken. It's Bridget, Fran, Cheryl, and Ken. And if I sound a little funny, I've got a owie in my mouth. Hurts to talk too much sometimes, but I'm here. I'll tough it out. So, sweepstakes winners, once again, Bridget, Fran, Cheryl, and Ken. And I'll put that code in here again. Promo code pre-selling, pre-selling, capital P, capital S, pre-selling at Tezzers, Dragon Surf, Farm Traffic, and Traffic Flash. And of course, that gets you 25 credits, 100 banner, 100 text, and 250 square banners. And the sweepstakes winners get 100 credits and 500 banner text and square banner impressions at those same sites, Tezzers, Dragon Surf, Farm Traffic, and Traffic Splash. And of course, tomorrow is Double Credit Sunday, because it's Sunday. Sunday. Anything else going on? I was thinking of something else. Wonder what that was. Oh, owners meeting today. First Saturday of the month means owners meeting. In another, about 2 hours for the TE owners and 3 hours for the mailer owners. And you know who you are. Okay, yeah. I don't know, I can think what else it was. Oh, I do have the recording going. It is going. I'm feeling a little more awake today. So, double checked it before got anywhere near time to start. Oh, Maria's back. Maria, I will convert it over today, and it will be available in the site by Monday morning. Sometimes he gets it in on Sundays, but sometime Monday morning at the latest. So, Marie, you made it back. You won a prize? You won a prize for showing up? I've been trying to reach you the last few times you've been in here. No. Okie dokie. That's up to you. There's no obligations here. It's all viewer's choice. Okay, well then. Sweepstakes done. New people done. Promos done. Oh, Saturdays. I changed Saturdays commando strip bonus for farm traffic to 15 to 50%. So every click, if you're commando surfing, gets you anywhere between 15 to 50% more per click. Woohoo! Okay, dokes. Well, I guess that's it then. I will turn it back over to Marcy and she can wrap it up. And I hope all you people had a safe and sane and fun 4th of July. All you U.S. people, anyway. If anybody else wanted to join in the fun, what the hey. Okay, everybody. I'll turn this back over to Marcy. Come back, Marcy. Marcy, Marcy, Marcy. Oh, you can also get the file down in the network sharing button down there. That's probably what I wanted to say. Click on the button with the 3 dots and the lines right next to the Know How Guys image, and you can pull it up that way, and it's got the login links in there. What's this? Yeah, Brenda finally got a hold of, yeah, where that was, I forget the name, and got that promo working for Tezzers, their cross promo. Okay, all right, Marcy, everybody have a great weekend.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you got a lot out of today's webinar. And the main thing that you should be taking away is your job in this instance as an affiliate is to be an advertiser. And because of the way that our business and our industry is evolving, you need to pre-sell. And the easiest way to pre-sell is to tell a story from your own personal experience about a product or an aspect of a product that you love. Because why? Your emotion, the emotion that you put into the ad that infects your viewer, that's where they get the buying frenzy. That's where you're going to get more people joining up and taking one-time offers or taking an upgrade, because you've gotten them to the point where they want what you have. It's human nature. They can't help themselves. But you have to put it in a way that they can see it. So if you're not excited about a site and your ads are falling flat, you're not pre-selling. You're just putting something up and saying, I tried. Well, I could try a lot of things and fail, but then I'm not really trying, am I? So, love, yes. Like, I love the fact that I get 100% commissions at viral commissions. I love the fact that I get 90% commissions at viral taco traffic. I love that I get results from my solo ads at viral commando profits. Love, love, love. That's what I mean. It's easier to write a more compelling ad story when you're talking from personal experience and you're excited about what you're writing about, what you're talking about, what you're putting an ad together to promote. Yes. Pre-selling is not, hey, I joined this site, here's the link. That's not pre-selling. Pre-selling is not that at all. Here's an example of pre-selling in that instance. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Bob, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty great. Hey, got some news, and I just had to share. Join this site. I was like, blah. And then I got the results. And then I was like, And I just had to share. What site is it? Oh, it's da-da-da-da-da. Can you give me a link? Sure. That's pre-sale. That's actually the common etiquette, proper way to sell when speaking on Skype or person to person. Don't go, hi, my name is, and I'm calling from, we want you to buy. Those are telemarketers. I hang up on those. Getting ads seen at site could be pre-sale. 2 more views, I guess, too. Yes. Like your splash page does pre-selling. Your squeeze page does pre-selling. All of that. If you're creating an ad, it's the what makes people want to click through this ad? What's so special about it? Why should I do it? What's gonna make me click? Wonder what makes me tick. All right. So that being said, guys, homework. I want you to pick a site. Just one, so you're not overwhelmed by the amount of homework that I'm giving you, since I'm such a slave driver. Pick one site. And from that one site, pick what you like best about it. If you love something about it, then pick that. Definitely pick that. If you love the commissions, talk about that. If you love the results, talk about that. Whatever. Find that aspect that gets you excited to tell other people about this site. And then create an ad, however you want, whether it's a video, a banner, a text ad, a splash page, a squeeze page, an email, whatever, an ad. And put people in front of it all week long. That's your homework. All right, so that being said, I hope you guys got a lot out of today's webinar. I had a blast talking about it and sharing information with you. And hopefully some of the tips and tricks we've given you today will make your job that much easier, because it's a lot easier to sell things when people are already in the mood to buy things. Set the atmosphere so that you can get them to that buying frenzy. Allow them to be sold. The best way to get people sold is to show that you've been sold to. All right, so that being said, have a great weekend, everybody. Be sure to not overwork. I mean, outside. Don't. Heat stroke is a very, very serious thing, and it's supposed to be insanely hot and humid. So take a siesta and then party at night. Yeah! I mean, take a siesta and have fun for the rest of the night. All right, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. The same baddie time at the same baddie channel with the same most definitely baddie personality next week.